All right, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I know we usually start the pod off a little different, and we will do the normal intro to the pod, but I feel it's only right before we do that and joke around and have a good time that we talk about the serious shit even before the intro, because it's been weighing on my heart heavily to talk about this. The Ahmaud Arbery case was tragic. This new case, the George Floyd, I believe his name is. The George Floyd case is I don't know if you can get worse than tragic, but it was. And I just feel the need to say what's on my heart. Then I'm gonna let my co-host respond, and then we'll talk about it, and then we'll get into the pod. But first of all, how many more black people must die, white people, before you guys care, before you pay attention? If you have a friend, if you have a loved one, if you have someone you care about that is of the African American race, then this should be important to you, because all black people at this moment are scared of the cops, and we've seen it could happen to anybody. And I know you're thinking at home, well, Lyndon, it doesn't happen to everybody. It happens to people who only don't listen, blah, 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 and you're stereotyping, but it's okay. Let me discuss this. I have never strayed away from my background on this podcast. You guys all know I have two lawyers as my parents. Now, I just got my car. I was 16, not speeding, not doing anything. I just had a Charger, and it was a black Charger. I'm on the Ambassador Extension. This is the highway going towards Lafayette. I'm driving. I get pulled over because he said I didn't put my turn signal on to switch lanes, whatever. Nonetheless, he pulled me over. He literally, as I'm putting my hands out the car to get out the car, because my mom says, get out the car, confirm. He's like, freeze, freeze. He has his hand on his gun and his taser out saying, if you step out of this fucking car, I'm going to have to stop you. And I'm like, whoa, officer. Mind you, 16 years old. Didn't do a damn thing. I'm like, I'm sorry, officer, I'm sorry. I just was trying to give you my registration, whatever. He's like, wait till I call you. So I wait. We're talking, blah, blah, blah. He's like, I believe I'm going to have to search you. I said, but wait, I know my rights, whatever. He's like, look, either I can search you now or I can get a warrant because you fit the description. We've been looking for a black Charger and a black man that looks like yourself. I said, well, search my car. I don't have nothing to hide. He's searching the car, blah, blah, blah. Doesn't find anything. He's like, oh, I need to get the drug dogs out here to do a more thorough search. I was like, well, look, sir, I need to call my mom. She's a lawyer, blah, blah, blah. And at that moment, his attitude changed and flipped. And he was like, oh, he walks to his car. He sits in his car for about 2 minutes, comes back and says, I made a terrible mistake. I'm sorry. It wasn't you. It's another person. And the people have found him. They're on their way. And I said, well, sir, that seems mighty suspicious and convenient for yourself. Can I get your badge number? He's begging not to get his badge number, blah, 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 because he knows my mom's a lawyer. In that situation, it doesn't matter that I come from an affluent background. It doesn't matter that I don't fit the specific stereotype that you may think these people are targeting. It can happen to any black person. We've seen it happen to famous athletes. We've seen it happen to famous rappers. We've seen it happen to famous actors. Idris Elba had a police incident. I mean, how long and how many black people must die before we take it seriously? Like, I want to go through and say something. List of names. I should have had this up. List of names of shot by cops. Okay, wow.
Is there even gonna be a list for that, bro? I feel like the names is endless at this point.
Well, exactly. I just want to read a couple. Keith Childress, Betty Jones, Kevin Martin, Michael Noel, Roy Nelson, Leroy Browning, Nathaniel Pickett, Richard Perkins, Jamar Clark, Trayvon Martin, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown. I'm trying to see. I'm now I got to go to another list. India Crager, Ahmaud Arbery. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. Starting as early as 24, Eric Gardner, John Crawford III. I said Michael Brown. I don't want to miss the brother from Baton Rouge. I don't want to forget his name in here because I know that's close to home.
Alton Sterling.
Alton Sterling. So many people have lost their lives to this. And if you look at this situation, the man was begging for air and the cop gave no fucks on his neck. The man was subdued. At this point, what more do you have to do? He's subdued. Take his ass to jail if you're going to do it. You executed him on that street in cold blood. That is murder. That Asian cop has to go to jail because he's an accessory. The other cops who aren't even in the fucking video who watched it happen need to go to jail because they're a fucking accessory. And I know you may think, whoa, you're getting angry. Yes, I'm angry. Black people have the right to be angry. Black people have the right to be sad. Black people have the right to be fearful because forget about the 400 years of entrapment and in slavery. For these past, from 2014 till now, we have been crying out for a plea for someone to listen, and it's fallen on deaf ears. It is time. Doesn't matter the party aisle or the party line you are on. If you care about a black person, if you care about black people, you should listen to what we have to say. And I know you may think, well, it doesn't affect me directly or whatever. You listen to black music, you watch black actors, you dress like black people. The culture, the internet culture that you live in is heavily constructed by African Americans. So majority of the things you do on a daily basis comes from us, yet you can't listen when we are asking for us to not die by the people who are responsible to protect and serve. That's number one. Number two, cops. You all need to call out your own. Stop acting like the fucking gangs you're trying to take down and be the people who our tax dollars are paying for to protect and serve. Not to protect and execute, not to harass and badger, not to plant evidence on, not to shoot, not to taser, not to choke. To protect and serve. That is what we pay you for. And if I must be honest, all of you need to be on high alert because all of you are failing because you refuse to speak out. I'm not saying that all cops are bad cops, but I'm saying all cops who don't speak out on injustices are bad cops because their duty is to protect and serve the people. If you cannot be honest with yourself and call out when fuck shit happens, then you're not protecting and serving. You're covering up for a fellow member with a badge. That is number two. And number three, for us to move past this and for us to make a change, it can't just be black people. It has to be white people have to acknowledge this and listen to this because we have to come together to change this. Because if not, things will get worse. And at Minnesota, I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm condemning the people for protesting because at this point, I'm angry. Brooklyn's angry. Doom is angry. All African Americans are angry. And when you push it, we're on animals, so it's natural. When you push an animal into a corner, at some point they're gonna either fight back or lie down. And I don't think we were trying to lie down anytime soon. And that's not me asking for violence. That's not me threatening violence. That is me just saying, how much longer must we endure the senseless killing without some sort of acknowledgement, without some sort of help, without some sort of, we need to fix this because this system is fucked up. To people like Candace Owens who want to just promote, oh, well, this happened during last election. Cut that bullshit all the way the fuck out. A man died in cold-blooded murder. Last week, they had cops that raided a black man's house, killed his girlfriend, wrong house, and he shot them, and he's up to go to jail. What the fuck is that? Ahmaud Arbery gets killed by two ex-cop and his son, and we don't find out about it till months later. What the fuck is up with that? This is what we're talking about, white people. And like I said, this is not me slamming you. This is not me saying threatening. This is not me any of that. But I'm angry because this is so serious to me. And the only way we can affect this is if we come together. And that's just all I got. Y'all can take it away and we can discuss from here. But I just had to get all of that off my chest before we move forward.
Yeah, and I definitely agree with everything you said, but for the most part, I really feel like social media, just the media in general, they kind of responsible for like gaslighting the whole situation. I think I don't want to say white people as a whole, but the majority, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. The majority, even though there's, you know, a lot of people that are stereotypical, you know what I mean? Most people are, you know what I mean? I can be at times, I'll keep it a
We
bean.
all can. We all
But
are at times.
yeah, I think for the most part, everybody is in agreement with what you just said. The problem is we have to do something with the way the justice system just doesn't have any
But see,
kind of
Doom,
accountability for them.
I think with this case in particular, we see it, but go to the KTC comments. People like I think people our age, and I think people our age have to speak out about it so their grandparents and their moms and their dads can start to realize, because if we just post about it and don't actually put action to it, it's gonna stay the fucking same. Because if you go look at them KTC comments, you're gonna be disgusted.
Yeah, but see, I never really like put too much stock into that shit because a lot of times, like the people who under those comments arguing and shit, those are the people that say stupid ass shit just so
That's
they can
true.
see 50 new notifications. Like they just want that high of people showing them attention. You know what I mean? I don't really pay attention to those kind of people because that's just stupidity. You know, it's like
Yeah.
it's a whole separate deal than racism. But I mean, just like your average everyday person, they not. I don't think they feel like, oh, this is okay that people just getting murdered in the street. It's just what can we do to fix it? Because they've almost proven, you know, the justice system is pretty much untouchable.
But see, I think this case shows in particular, and then I'll let Brooklyn chime in. I think this case shows when, for example, Minnesota, the white people came together with the black people in March, and that forced the mayor's hand because you got thousands of people marching on this city, and it's like, yo, we're not accepting this. They're breaking cop cars. They're doing all of this shit. And I think that's what we need more solidarity in the movement when black people say this is happening to us, listen and act along with us. Because if you do that, I guarantee, and look, white people, if y'all just do it one time and y'all see a change, then y'all can say y'all helped, and then y'all can because I know y'all don't like to be told y'all are wrong. It could be over. It won't have to be no more, oh, these niggas telling us this. No, y'all helped. And then the next time it happens, you could be like, y'all could do all your questioning because you helped. That's the thing. If you help, you'll see. And it's like, yo, they're actually telling the truth. So, and then the next time something happens where it's a race-based, y'all could be like, well, look, we help y'all, we listening, but y'all look out of, y'all would have more room to call us out of pocket when certain things are played, certain race cards, if you actually help with serious issues. That's a whole nother side thing for Republicans to consider in their mind. Brooklyn, what you got?
I know this is gonna sound dark, fellas. I know this is, but there's only one way that this is gonna change, right? From listening and back in my days when I was a history major, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I came down here and I interviewed a lot of older black women and men that, you know, went to school in the segregation. For me, you know, in New York, unthinkable because our grandparents in New York it was desegregated already. You know what I'm saying? So listening to them, the only way the change happens is when we become the grandparents. And it sucks. It sucks. It really does fucking suck. But the only way this shit changes is us we gonna be the ones that tell our grandkids that Twitter and Facebook and them places lit a fire under the white people. You feel me? Because I don't even, as a news producer, right? I haven't posted not one thing about the George Floyd thing. I haven't posted not one thing about the Ahmaud Arbery thing because they know why I stay. They see this black ass skin. They know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I don't need to let them know and like to light a fire because I feel like as soon as I try to take my platform per se, even though I'm not the one reading it, I'm the one putting it in the show. And I feel like if I put my platform in it, now I give my boss the reasoning to question me. You feel me? If he want to ask me about it, I talk about it. But as far as like me making a difference, I know the only way we making a difference is when these white people die. Because there's still those older men. Did you see the Supreme Court justice? They dusty and they stay in there till they die, which means that nothing's changing until they all dead, which I'm sorry, Lynn, the only way we getting this change is in 40 years. Shout out to my black sisters and brothers. I just seen Southern's latest graduating class of their law students. My beautiful brown people getting their law degrees. I'm telling you, bro, when the change coming, it's coming. But I think it's a slow process, bro.
I agree with you, but at the same time, it's like we gotta ingrain it in the minds of the people that's our age, in the minds of the people that's close to us. So when we get to that point, they're not afraid and they're not sticking to the status quo and they're not continuing their white privilege. I think at least, I just think the platform has to be used to continue.
I don't think they. I don't think we're being complacent, to be honest with you. Because if you think about it, right?
Oh, we're not.
We can name 100%. We can name the riots that happened in the 90s. There was probably like 7, right? We rioting every other fucking month.
Pretty much.
And to go back to the Minneapolis mayor, he fired them for 2 things. 1, we losing money anyways. I don't need this headache. I'm not paying for y'all lawyer fees. Bye.
Right.
And 2,
you don't want the public image problem because he about to get reelected.
I'm about to say that. And 2, we up for reelection times for mayors and shit like that. And on top of that, you got to think about how this looks for a city like Minneapolis.
And that's another thing. And that
tourism isn't something where they can afford to lose.
I think if that white lady in that video wasn't in that video, and I think if white people didn't stand like they did in Minneapolis, it might be different.
It might be, but I'm saying, like, I feel like that's one of those, and that's where a lot of these cases that are below the Mason-Dixon line, progress isn't seen because we below the Mason-Dixon line. Like, most of these parents are still racist. Like, versus up in the colder states, the grandparents are already progressive by this time. You know what I'm saying? Like, these grandparents still saying the hard ER.
That's true. And that's why one thing I got to say, man, I love my girlfriend's family, just to shout them out, because my girlfriend's mom actually texted me this morning and was like, I know there's nothing I can say to ease the anger and sadness that you have, but just know that I love you and I'm here to fight with you, and I love everything about you from you. And I'm so happy you're with my daughter. And they just always made me feel welcome, and they've never made it about skin color, because I've been in relationships where that was a thing. Where
they've always said everything was a premise with, I'm not trying to be racist, but
bro, like
be racist,
or where you can't even meet the parents, period. Like, I done been in them situations, so I know how that shit feels. And it's like, to have that, it just shows that's like, I appreciate that, and it just shows to me that there's good people out there. And that's something else I want to say. I choose to use my platform to continuously speak on it because I'm not a pessimist. At the end of the day, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm an optimist. And I think that's due to 2 white professors I had in high school. Shout out to Mr. Rosen and shout out to Mr. McIntyre. They taught me philosophy through the history, and they've made us had passionate discussions with Republicans, passionate discussions with people that thought different than us. And I just believe that there's 2 philosophies when it comes to humanity that I like to discuss, and there's one that I subscribe to. One is Thomas Hobbes, the Leviathan. He believes that people are naturally evil, short, grimy, slimy, terrible human beings, and the only way you can keep them in control is through the law, through the beast of the Leviathan, eating them when they're wrong, aka sending them to jail. He believes that we're just naturally evil, and you have to have that glooming presence of something that can put you in your place to make you feel right. But I'm of the other belief of a John Lockean idea of a tabula rasa, where what that means is we're a clean slate, and we're taught through experiences, and we're taught through what we're taught, and that's what makes us who we are as humans. But due to the fact that we start off as a clean slate, with enough experience and enough education, even someone rigid in their ways can change. And that's what Lockean philosophy teaches. And I'm a person that subscribes to that. Maybe that's the optimist in me, but I just feel that if you begin to accept and see some of these things and get past the stereotypes and get to know others and really put your feet in their shoes, you can start to see the situations. Ask your black friends, ask the people that you're close to that you know that are African Americans, just their experiences with cops, because I guarantee you, I've told my white friends and my girlfriend, for example, the experiences I've had with cops, and she's dumbfounded. She gets upset every time I get pulled over because she knows she's never been through that. My girlfriend has done way worse shit on the road and just bats her eyes and drives the fuck away and has no problem. My white friends, I'm not gonna say nobody name, had a joint in the fucking car smoking. The nigga just told him put it out and he let him go. But if that's me, Doom, or Brooklyn, we're going to jail for fucking 20 years.
I don't even like having a lighter in my car, dog.
No!
He's talking about paraphernalia?
Nothing. The nigga had a joint, bro, a lit joint. What are we talking about? And it's just, if you care about African Americans on any level, whether it's your entertainment, whether it's you have a friend, a brother, a loved one, put yourself in their shoes, because we're hurting right now, America. We are hurting right now. We're sad, we're angry, and we're hurting. And we're asking for our human brothers and sisters to just take a look at our plight and give it some thought. Because at the same time, we have women like Amy Cooper, who is calling the cops on a black man just because he's trying to tell her to do the right thing because she doesn't want to put her dog on a fucking leash. Now, if this man doesn't record this whole situation, this man is either going to jail, getting tased, or fucking dying. Am I wrong?
Nope.
And this man is a form, like,
you're absolutely right.
You want to look into the backgrounds of certain people. This man is was a former editor at DC Comics. If you look at this, Nick, but that's another thing. Just because a black man might look like the stereotype doesn't mean that's a bad person. He deserves to be shot. The point is, you can't judge people by how they look. You judge people by how they treat you personally. And I just think people like Amy Cooper who lie need to go to jail. That's the same shit as when you lie about rape.
Right.
So it's just, it's fucking ridiculous. Anything else y'all got to say? I saw Brooklyn freezed out a little bit.
Oh, no. My sister always texts me at the wrong goddamn time. Want to send me a fucking story. But I just want to say that the progress is being made. The platform of social media and allowing us to see more, because that's really what delayed the process is. The black man in Virginia didn't see what happened to the black man in Savannah, Georgia 30 years ago. 30 years ago, the black man in Phoenix didn't see what happened to the old boy in Seattle. You know what I'm saying?
Unless it was on the news.
I feel like, right. But now that we can see, and now we're keeping track and we have a record of what's going on, I feel like that is really what's going to push the needle. But like I said, though, everything in America is slow, baby. Unless you suck a dick, that change comes slow. Shout out to Kim K, baby. You know what I mean? But if you're not sucking dick, the change comes slow, man. So for the justice system, in order for something to happen and then it reflects, you feel me? Because like one old lady that I interviewed, shout out to my friend Derek, he let me interview his grandmother. She went to school at Ruby Bridges. She told me that she looked me in my eyes and told me that I was ungrateful because she would have killed to have grown up in this era. And all I think about is, I feel like I'm bringing my daughter into this world and it's a bad era. So I feel like when she said that, it took me back a little bit. And I'm thinking to myself, like, she's right. Progress takes time. And we push the needle forward and we keep pushing. So yeah, I feel like
we got to keep pushing.
All the people that do get complacent or they say, oh, I don't want to talk about that stuff like that. We got to talk about it. Yeah, we got to keep talking about it. Because if not, then it becomes stagnant again. So it depends on it. And like what Doom said, it really does depend on the environment. don't argue nobody on no fucking KTC damn comments. Don't go back and forth with the troll on Twitter. Don't do none of that.
No facts. I agree.
Because that's not gonna really change nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Going after the trolls and shit like that, that's all that's gonna do is get you hot, and that's not gonna change nothing. You feel me? But being out there, voting for what you believe in and shit like that, that is really what will help push the needle. You feel me?
Yeah, black people
not booking Al Sharpton to come sweat and yell.
Facts.
Like,
but look,
when I see these black lawyers, yes, that's
at the
what I'm
local
talking about.
level.
What is Al Sharpton doing for you? Please tell me what Al Sharpton is doing for you. Oh, yeah.
Not a damn thing. Dude.
And not just be circling the damn bubbles just so you can get out of there.
Doom, give us your final thoughts on this before we get up out of here. Not get up out of here, but before we start the rest of the show.
Right.
You heard?
I mean, y'all pretty much said everything that I feel. Yeah. My bad. I'm lagging?
No. I just didn't know if you had heard, but no, we good.
All right. But yeah, y'all pretty much hit everything that I feel about it. I just think the main part is that we don't get complacent. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
And I'm glad we got like social media and everything where people we kind of able to see what's going on, the stuff that they don't necessarily want us to see. You know what I mean? I just hope that as a people we can not get complacent, because if you let them tell it, there's no problem. You know what I mean?
Fact. And that's that's the
still
reason
with everything that's going on, there's still a majority. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, and the thing the point you just made is the reason why I feel it's necessary that we gotta speak out on this, because it's like, if you let them paint the picture, it's like nothing's wrong.
It's like what they did with the history books.
Right.
Facts. So
and y'all history books in itself was real fucked up, because I seen one of them shits. Them shit's scary.
But yeah, dude, you could give you. I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just saying I agree with you.
No, that's pretty much it. I mean, basically, like I was saying, is if you let them tell it, there's no problem. And I think we gotta kind of, which we've been doing a good job. I think as far as progress as a people, we definitely starting to open our eyes and realize that shit not as sweet as we thought. You know what I mean? Which is the main part of moving the needle. You know what I mean? Like being aware that there is still a problem. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just hope that people can like take shit serious. It's so hard in the social media era to do that. You know what I mean? Because even the president,
because they serious for like this long.
Fucking joke. You know what I mean?
The president even acknowledged the shit, bro. That's the thing, but man. It's
when
like
it's time for shit to actually happen. Yeah. Which we living in a wild time. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get to this at some point in the show, but I know y'all seen the shit where Twitter now has a button under Trump tweet that basically is like everything this nigga say is a lie, so we putting a fact check button under this nigga tweets, which was crazy to me. Like 2020 is wild. But in respect to this issue, I feel like that's kind of what we need to do as a people. Like the shit we see in the media, we kind of gotta fact check it on our own to see, what's really going on. That way we know how to move and go about it.
No, 100%. And with that being said, that's all we really got on this. Now we gonna cut to the intro music and start the pod off. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Bros Who Think Podcast. My name is Lennon Burton, aka Young Boy DeWitts, aka the People's Champ, aka Beard Gang, is in the motherfucking building. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode, hold on, 147, 3 away from the Lil Wayne top albums review. 147, and I'm joined by my co-host as always. To my left, we got Mr. Brooklyn, and at the bottom, we got Doom. We already talked about all the sad shit for the week, but how you brothers doing? I'll start off with Brooklyn. How you doing, my brother?
Shit, man. Crazy ass week, but I'm doing better now, bro. Can't complain. Another day, another dollar, know what I mean? Can't let the haters keep you down. You feel me? You got to keep sticking.
Fuck them, bro. Fuck them. That's what we say out here. But Doom, how you doing, my brother?
I'm good, man. I'm trying to deal with some tough news that I got this week. I'm sure a lot of people getting the same news. So shout out to all my people that's dealing with this tough shit. But got word that my job is opening back up soon, and I'm not ready to go back to work.
I hate him. I hate him so much because I was thinking it was something scary. I'm like,
I thought
I'm like, what happened to dude?
The way he said that, I was like, yo, did somebody he know got corona? Like,
this is why I don't mess with people from Louisiana because y'all play too damn much.
I was scared. I was literally like, damn, I hope my nigga all right. And he didn't even say nothing. I was like, low key, I didn't know how I was about to be react, but no, you like my girl. My girl just went back to work. So,
bro, it's tough. I've been fucking chilling, bro. Like chilling.
A month ago, this nigga was like, bro, I can't just chill at my house. 2 months later, my nigga found his groove.
Yeah, bro. This is the life for me, man. Gotta figure out how to escape the 9 to 5.
That's why we gotta get this shit jumping. Just pod on. Yeah. Oh, this would be an amazing shit. Oh my goodness. But we got a lot to get into, and we will be talking about podcasts today because Phonte made a quote. I see my guy Marcel P. Black talking about it on IG, so responding to Phonte. We're going to get into that a little bit later into the show, but we got to start off. And I got to take a L because last week or 2 weeks ago, I came on the pod and I was like, the number one female rap artist, new rap artist, is Doja Cat. Well, in the middle of the night on, I think, Friday night, Thursday night, Doom blowing up the group chat, Brooklyn blowing up the group chat. What's going on with Doja? What's going on with Doja? And I'm looking, and I'm like, whoa, Doja on white incel, anti-black chat rooms, showing her titties and ass, talking about Dindu Way or whatever the fuck that white term that they make fun of niggas with. I don't even know what the fuck that. I ain't never heard that shit in my life.
She deep into that shit, bro.
And it's her and her white boyfriend. Without Doom, you know about you and Brooklyn both know majority of this story. Y'all fill in the gaps of what I missed that she did.
I mean, that's pretty much it. They just on her ass because she not in touch with her black side. Basically, she out here wilding. You know what I mean?
And I think, Brooklyn, would you give us what you think about the situation, and then we're going to talk about the apology, and then we'll talk about, does she need to be canceled?
So listen. First of all, this is what happens, right? When you promise the internet something and think we're not going to find it. Sis, if they digging up baseball and basketball players' tweets from when they was 13 and they first made their Twitter, what made you think they was not going to find your dirt?
And also, I don't like the fact in her apology she want to say, "Oh, well, the only reason why all this is happening because these Fortnite dudes and these horny dudes didn't get what they wanted." Bitch, that still don't excuse you for what you. That's why I hate her fucking apology.
That's a half-ass excuse.
First, her publicist types up an apology. Then she goes on live and she talking. And then when we get on live, we get her true feelings because she's like justifying, making excuses, and she doesn't think it's a big deal. She's like, "Oh, if these Fortnite kids didn't do this," but it's like. You still did the shit, and she's like, I never was on race, but I was never on racist stuff, but people caught you on racist omegals and racist Skype websites. Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then you made a song where you saying, oh, I'm taking the word back. Bitch, you was not taking the word back. You are a troll musician where you made songs like, bitch, I'm a cow.
Yeah.
So I definitely believe that Dundu Hui shit, or whatever the fuck that word is, was a real song, and she was clowning.
Oh yeah, bro. Look. And I knew something was up with her, bro. I knew there was something. That's why I kept telling you when we was talking about it. I said, nah, listen. Regardless of what you say, Megan's still a real bitch.
Yeah.
Now, I've always stood by that. It's just something. There was just something about Doja.
I tried to give the nerdy black girl a chance. I just thought she was a nerdy black girl. I was just trying to give her. I like what she was doing, her energy, but she the type of black girl that's probably like telling her white boyfriend, "Ooh, let's do the slave master, slave reenactment, role play, porn shit." Doom, I want to let you get your joke off what you said about her boyfriend because I don't want to take it from you because that's hilarious.
Nah, bro, I seen that was some shit. Somebody tweeted it and then it went viral. But they said her dude looked like fucking the white with the
from The Office.
What's her girl name?
Meredith,
bro. When he had that Meredith wig on,
yeah,
and, twins, my nigga, twins. She clowning herself with that shit, bro. Because she way too bad for that.
Love who you love, but that's crazy. Like, at
bro,
least
and them hashtags, bro. Come
if
on,
you want a white dude, at least date in your weight class. Don't date under your weight class. I don't care who you love. You can love an Asian or Mexican, white. I'm not like them niggas on the internet who get on every black person for dating outside their. Not me. I could do your thing. Love who you love. Love is love. But at least dating your weight class. That's all I'm saying. Like, get somebody that's equivalent to your looks. Because that nigga is ugly.
He looked like a school shooter, bro. When I saw him for the first time, I said, "Yo, why he look like a school shooter for, bro?" Like,
and that's the girl that's busting her ass back saying, "Oh yeah, give it to me, master. Go ahead, give it to your dirty slave." Like, you know she doing that shit, bro.
Oh man, that's crazy, bro.
She having Roots porn parodies in her crib. Like, "Oh, I'm a run away if you don't catch me. Catch this ass."
That's crazy. I really hope she's not doing that shit. But what's crazy, if I found out that she was, I wouldn't even be
surprised. Yeah.
At this point, At this point, I'd be like, add it to the list. She's done.
Okay, so is she canceled in your opinions?
She's done, bro.
In my book, yeah. Do I think the world is gonna cancel her? No.
I think she lose her black supporters, though.
Yeah, for sure.
I think that was a lot of her supporters.
Definitely the black dudes.
She lost 1 million people. She lost 1 million followers on her IG the day after it happened, and that's why she put out. And that's another thing. She wouldn't have put the apology out if she didn't lose 1 million followers.
Yeah, bro. Did you?
The traction is real.
Yeah. Did you see the nasty PR run she had? Like, where everything was just extra black. She came out with her natural hair that we've never seen her with since she dropped. She had her natural shit out. Everybody was clowning her forehead.
Yeah, she looked like Sheen. But I said, they said she looked like Sheen from Jimmy Neutron, but I said Sheen like black people. Sheen was piping up Libby.
Facts.
Doja Cat does not like black people.
Facts.
Oh shit! And then she's South African. Brooklyn, how you feel about this? Because you're from Caribbean descent, like you from.
And I got a friend actually, and that was the thing too. But I saw it, and then it made me think because my friend is South African. Shout out to my dog Romano. He's South African. He came here when he was 5, right? His parents think they white. They look like Lyndon, and they think they white, and like you can't tell them differently. Like, they dead brainwashed, bro. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Y'all black.
Yeah,
like, your hair's nappy. Like, I'm looking at him like, look, your hair look like what you talking about? You don't got white people hair.
Does he acknowledge he black? But see, that's that South African apartheid shit.
That's what he said, though. He said because they were, like, when they came to America, he was the youngest one. So he didn't absorb none of that stuff because he was 5. He's like, but they 35, 40 years old when they came over here. So you can't tell them nothing. They white.
You're crazy.
Till the cop pull their ass over, then they gonna be black.
Yeah. I've never understood that mentality because I know people like that. We used to get one of my boys shit. He's a real cool dude, good dude, bro. One of these dudes I was in the military with. But
he was Creole?
Nah. What's crazy is, dude, I wouldn't say he dark skinned, but he way too dark to
think he white.
Nothing else. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But in his mind, bro, he was not one of us. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
He didn't want to be associated with nigga shit. Like, if you did something that was like some black shit, he ain't want no part of it, bro. Like, if you got in the car and you start playing rap a little too loud, turn that down, bro. He didn't want nobody to see him partaking in no nigga activities. I'm just like, yo.
He wouldn't even try to eat no fried chicken, bro. He said, get that away from me, bro.
Wait, no.
What you doing with that, bro?
Bro, I love being black. That's why I don't get, like, what it's not an issue. Like, it's just your skin color. You're still a human. Like, fuck it.
Like, and especially when you're gonna deal with the shit we were talking about at the beginning of the episode, regardless, you might as well enjoy the perks.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah, I can jump high. I run fast. What the fuck?
I love basketball. I love fried chicken. I love Kool-Aid. But at the same time, I still love Japanese shit. Like, you can be a multifaceted human. Like,
and there's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. Like, be yourself, bro. But, like, embrace everything about yourself. That's the thing. You shouldn't be ashamed of parts of yourself. That's crazy.
Nah, bro. That's a mental condition. You feel me? And I think that
self-loathing.
is what people are gonna try to say and that's probably why I gotta take Doom's side a little bit. That the internet may not cancel her because they're gonna say, "Oh, she's dealing with some mental issues right now." The fast rise to fame is fucking with her head.
Bro, she tweeted that she was doing that when she was 17 years old. Get the fuck out of here.
That's why she lost so many followers. Because like, at this 12? Point, it's like there's
and my
no
thing
excuse.
Is, can we talk about this? How in the hell? I get it if you're Tom Brady's age, if you Mike Tyson age, if you Eddie Murphy age, but how I'm so sick of people under 30 who mess up the internet. I don't get it. Unless my school was special and unless we just got taught that, but I'm pretty sure our generation got taught whatever the fuck you put on the internet stays there for life. Like what the fuck is she do? Like, what compels her? And then she used her real name.
Compels.
Like, what the fuck compels you to do that? Keep that shit on the low. If anything, like, do your shit, private history, private search. Nigga, you ain't never heard of that fucking shit? What are we talking about? Keep your shit off the internet, dumbass.
That is a fact, bro. See, but there is like, because I'm sure, bro, like if, let's say, this podcast was to just be the #1 podcast in the world tomorrow.
I got to delete my Facebook.
Yeah, bro.
No cap. I got to delete that.
There's a lot of shit that I got that I know would be, a little wild.
But
at least that show ain't nothing like that. Like, that's why I'm, like, there's no excuse for that.
The gay culture gonna cancel me. I gotta delete my Facebook. The gay culture gonna roast me if they get back to 2011.
You better go take care of that, nigga. I might have to edit this out.
I'm gonna have to delete that. Nah, that was different. That was the rise of like. That's when Dave Chappelle was talking crazy. You feel me? So like,
I get it.
Cool. I thought it was cool. You feel me? But look, I'm glad my Twitter had erased itself, so I had to start a new one. So they can't catch me with that. But my Facebook, though.
Nah, my Twitter is wild, but I ain't never said nothing crazy. I ain't never.
Most of my shit is like retweets and like shares.
I just say jokes.
So like, yeah, they're not gonna be able to like really pinpoint it to me. I'm like, I thought it was funny. It might have been a little dark, but it was still funny.
This nigga's stupid.
Like Juicy Smouye, like he already got canceled. So he can't be mad at me. They can't be mad at me for that. Like he already got canceled.
We went in on Jussie ass. Pause. A big pause.
Wow. See, look, now they gonna cancel you talking about Juicy like that.
Oh nah, nigga. I got
Smouye.
Chill out, cause I got shout out to my nigga Spencer Como. He work at Albertsons. My nigga come to my defense. That's a gay dude, and we cool. That's my nigga.
Yeah, I bet he do come to your defense.
Look at you. Like look at where you take it. That's not even funny. I'm not gonna even say nothing about that because that's my nigga. You getting canceled, nigga. Nah, they not canceling. Shout out to the
man. The gay community get all the support, bro.
That's a fact, bro. That's a come out here talking with no accent. You gonna be tight.
Oh shit. But speaking of, you said something about Dave Chappelle. Are we sure? I do this segment on Bros Who Binge where I ask, are we sure about certain things? So I'm asking, are we sure Azalea Banks piped down Dave Chappelle? Are we sure? Because she came out and said she was piping Dave. I don't know if I believe it.
She need a straitjacket at this point. If she say anything else that's off the wall, I'm calling her publicist. I'm calling her PR person. Look, if they give me her mom number, I'm calling her mom. She's bugging. All right. I don't know what is she even doing at this point, bro? Like her game plan to get mentions and be
just fucking dudes.
it's strange to me. Like,
she
why
fucked
do you think
Elon Musk and she told everybody about it. Now she's telling everybody she fucked Dave. I just don't believe Dave was fucking Azalea. Dave got a beautiful Asian wife. I don't believe it. I'm not. Black men don't cheat. Yeah.
No way, no how. I don't think. And if he would, not Azalea.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, look, she gonna have to cancel me. I don't care. If I'm gonna cheat, it ain't gonna be her. Sorry, Miss Banks. I don't want that.
Why does Azalea seem like another black girl who would do the shit that we said about Doja, where she'd be like, "Ooh, master," telling Elon Musk.
She got them vibes.
You know what Azalea Banks remind me of?
Yeah, Elon. Whip me, Elon. Whip me.
Y'all remember that?
We all in this episode.
Who was on Dr. Phil? That was like, I'm not black, and she was dark as me. She was like, I'm not black. That's Azealia Banks. I don't got time for her, bro. At this point, I don't listen to her. Like,
No.
why? Every time she's trending, I'm like, why is she trending again?
Bro, I haven't listened to Azealia Banks seriously since that time she was on the Joe Budden podcast. And even then, when I was listening to what she was saying, I was like, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, she's nuts, bro. Like, I'm in the car listening to it. I'm like, what? Hold up. I had to hit the rewind 30 seconds real quick. Like, what the fuck? She just...
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, nah, this girl's nuts, bro. And then after that, I'm like, I can't with her no more. I can't, bro.
Oh, she wildin', bro. She is big time wildin'. But let's get to another rap artist that's wildin'. Bro, Gunna doing whippets on IG Live. Dude, what is going on with your boy, Gunna?
These niggas be tripping, bro. I'm tired of these little junkie rappers, dog. I can't wait till we move out of the phase of that shit.
This nigga called him straight up a junkie.
That's crazy, though, bro.
He said little junkie rappers, right? He's saying they're all junkies. And he's right.
So? 99% of them is.
Yeah,
bro.
most Uzi, definitely. Gunna, Lil Baby the worst. Lil Baby definitely be off them perk 60s.
Bro, I know y'all be seeing on Twitter when they post like little clips from these niggas interviews, bro. When he be like, he can't even talk, bro.
No, bro.
Look at my be on the
Facts. He can't even talk. Like, son really have like a drug problem, bro. Like, they
bad.
need intervention or some shit.
Definitely.
No. Dead ass. He dead ass need an intervention. Like, for real. Like, the
real shit.
Little Baby
no
looks
jokes.
bad.
No jokes
he look bad.
aside,
Like, nah, like dead ass. He look bad. Like,
and when
all of them, I'd be like, look at him like.
That Breakfast Club interview was bad where he just didn't even know what he was talking about, and Charlamagne tried to help him.
Charlamagne throwing him oops, and he's just dropping every single one, and then you can look at Envy on the other side like
what this nigga talking about?
He was fidgeting with the water bottle the whole time.
Junkie tendencies.
Like, what are you doing, bro? That
he
shit
can't keep
crazy.
still. He was like,
and these the niggas that's like number one on the charts and shit. I just don't understand it, bro. I don't understand it.
But look, I gotta say, DJ Booth hypocritical because DJ Booth took down their Genius article of him, and they said it's because the Genius was calling him a generational talent, and they don't want to promote drug use. But it's like y'all the same company that said Future's addiction is killing him, but we love it.
Yeah.
Y'all made that article.
Yeah.
Like y'all the same niggas.
Saying.
Like it's so hypocritical.
To your guns. Like I said, Future's drug addiction was killing him. Yes.
He might have stopped, but it was.
But it was fire, though. You feel me? Chance the Rapper stopped, and he's trash now. Guess
That's
what?
Yeah.
Make me the shirt.
Chance.
Put Chance back on
drugs. Yo, we should make that a part of our merch. Get Chance back on
They gonna cancel me after this.
Bro. We need to ship this nigga some acid ASAP.
Now. Not playing with him.
So he can get his cocoa butter kisses ass back.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Bro, that nigga made a beautiful song. Bro, acid rap legit is in the top. It's definitely in the top 10, but I could argue acid rap is a top 5 mixtape of all time.
That's a fact.
Like from front to back, that was a great project.
It just flow into one another and shit like that. The fact, and you know, it's another thing that just like blows my mind because I was listening to it the other day, and I was also listening to Kids, Mac Miller's his mixtape when he's 17. I'm thinking to myself like, what have I done with my life that I can't sit back and go, man, when I was 17, I made a masterpiece. Like, what the fuck, bro? What the fuck?
It's okay. 25, we making content. So like 25, 24,
somebody passed me the drugs.
Yeah,
bullshit.
at least
not no whippets though.
At least we didn't start doing this pod at 28 because then we would be on Jay-Z shit, Jay-Z time. I don't know how them niggas made at 20. Like, right? Yeah. So everybody got the own time. And Oprah didn't get her first show till she was 40. So
facts.
So hey,
that was an old bitch.
Everybody on their own time. But what else I wanted to say? Y'all got anything else on this Gunna shit? Because I don't really got nothing. Nigga, get help, Gunna.
Just smoke some weed, bro.
Go watch the Steve-O doc, bro. Steve-O taught us why you should never do whippets. Like, go look at Steve-O. Steve-O ass was fucked up for years.
Hey, and you know they know these things already. The thing is that they know these shit, right? They know this shit. They're like,
Brooklyn, I don't think they do. I think a lot of these kids who start taking drugs don't know the concept. I think these kids don't understand what the word withdrawal means.
But like even that though, like, how long has it been since we lost Pimp C and these niggas is still drinking lean on a daily basis? But see, how many more of them? Like, it's not like the young ones is different, but like, how long has it been?
And look, I'm not championing any of this shit, but I'm gonna just say what Paul Wall said because it's true. If you look at it, Paul Wall said, if you just drink lean, you will not die. You may have liver problems when you get old, but you will not die. The problem is when they mix the lean with the Xanax, mix the lean with the fucking cocaine. When they start mixing all these like Juice WRLD taking 70-something pills while drinking. Like, bro, you can't do it. Like,
he had enough drugs to support a small gang.
He should have just took his, like, can we talk about this now? And look, this is no disrespect to Juice, but Juice should have just took his lick. He should have just went to jail and took his lick.
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
It's not worth your fucking life. I'm sorry. Not at all.
My thing is, why the fuck is your crew got 50 to 100 niggas
And nobody stop you.
Could have took the L from.
Exactly.
Why I gotta be the nigga that's making the most money to take?
Why I gotta be the most valuable person?
But look, Doom. On top of that, why y'all gonna let him and sit and watch him take these fucking drugs? Like, my nigga, you took. Once I would have saw that nigga take more than 3, I'm like, bro, whoa, what is going on? You need to stop.
But you see, what it is though, what I'm thinking too is, I feel like maybe 1 or 2 people were trying to say something, but the overwhelming majority were saying, he's fine, bro, he's fine. And you know, when that happened, you just got to back off, bro, because if they about to fight you for it, I'm like, all right, fine.
I bet they wish they would have fought for it.
That's what y'all want, fine.
Because now y'all boy dead, and that shit crazy. But Jack Gunner, man, do better, bro, because you're a very talented guy. Doom, I know you listened to the album. What you thought of Gunner album? I didn't listen to it. That's why I didn't say we should review it. But I heard from multiple people that it was not good.
It's kind of how I felt about Future shit. Like it was
okay. It's average.
Gunner. Typical Gunner. So like if you a Gunner fan, you gonna get what you expected from the album. But for me, it's just kind of like his sound getting tired.
But that's what I was about to say. Don't you want more from him? This is sophomore album. Like, we judged Uzi very harshly. And I judge
Gunner the same way. I think Gunner even more harsh because I never saw the potential that I see in Uzi.
Facts,
I think he got the capability to be a top tier artist. Which he is a top tier artist, going off sales and shit.
But he could be a legit top tier artist with content. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. 100. Brooklyn, you listen to the Gunna album?
I did not.
Yeah,
because I, as a DJ, those are some of the most requested songs, and I don't even need headphones to mix them songs in because they all repetitive as fuck. And I'm like, Gunna, please. I changed the song, and nobody in the club even know I changed the song.
Yeah,
I'm like, damn, nigga.
Gunna look like, and I'm gonna say this now. Gunna and Lil Baby are reminding me of Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug.
I knew you was gonna say Rich Homie Quan.
Think Lil Baby is gonna be the thug of the group, and I think Gunna is transitioning into this Rich Homie Quan falling off point. Cause Drip Too Hard, yeah, that was his chorus, but Baby really made that song.
That's a fact.
Like, Baby really put the sauce on it, and Lil Baby taking these Perk 60s for a reason. That's why his music's so good. Gunna ass doing whippets. No wonder why you get trash music, nigga. You doing whippets. That's crack.
Look his drug approach, bro. You got money for any drug you want, and that's the shit you choose, my nigga.
Nigga choosing whipped cream cans. Like, what the fuck?
God,
he said, why are you doing drugs like you broke, nigga?
That's Midwest.
What's wrong with you?
That is Midwest 15 to 25-year-old white people shit. That's what that is. Midwest nonsense. That nigga clowning. Doing right. Look at his drug of choice. That nigga is whack.
that tell you all you need to know about Gunna, man.
That ass.
But before we get to our big 2 discussion points, Doom, I want you to get into it because you said you wanted to talk 6ix9ine. We didn't do it last week, so I'm gonna let you. You wanted to rebuttal to the pod that it was just me and Brooklyn on.
Oh man, I mean now it's kind of late. It ain't really gonna hit the same, but I'm still supporting my nigga 6ix9ine, man. And by support, I mean listen to his music.
Streets is done.
See, but my thing is 95% of the rap game is just fake shit. It's literally just fiction. You know what I mean? So why are we surprised when it come to light that it's fiction?
But
you
know I know,
mean?
okay, but
it was like the same shit with Ross when he rapping all this, I'm a drug kingpin, gangster nigga, and then he was a cop and we canceled him, and then he went on to drop platinum albums after.
But let me say this. They said Ross was a corrupt cop. Does that change anything? They say he was like a corrupt.
He was a correctional officer. Don't even give him that much credit, man.
They say he was selling drugs in the jail. But look, Doom, I know you are a man of integrity. Do you agree with what he did? He's not a civilian. So if you play by them codes, you got to stand by them codes.
Facts.
And yeah, I do agree with that to some point. But then I feel like we knew who he was, though.
That's true, too.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah,
I don't think there was nobody that genuinely believes he was just some kind of savage-ass gangster nigga.
That's true.
We knew who he was. So it's kind of like, my whole thing is, people give him shit, well, it's like, oh, you shouldn't have dipped into that life if you wasn't trying to play by the rules. But it's just like, if there was millions of dollars on the table, people kind of lose their sight on what their values are. Hell, it's bitches selling nudes for $2.50. Come on, man. Like,
$2.50.
We can't judge this man.
No, I'm judging him. I'm not letting you do that. Let the OnlyFans girls get their money, man. Fuck that rainbow hair nigga, bro.
They charging more than $250, man. Come on,
they charge.
man.
No, they charging $20 for a shot of ass with a thong on in Kalani. They're not even giving niggas the shot of the cooch. They
wilding right now.
They charging niggas $50 just for an ass on a fucking countertop in front of their bathroom that they put on IG. Bitch, who you playing? But that's why we're gonna get a real OnlyFans girl up in here and tell us about all these fake hoes out here. We want the tea.
That's gonna be a good episode too. I got so many questions.
That's gonna be sensational. I can't even front it.
It's actually happening, ladies and gentlemen. That is coming. But yeah, dude. I mean, look, I ain't mad at you for listening to that nigga music. If you fuck with it, you fuck with it. I ain't mad at you.
I'm not mad at you, but I'm judging you.
I'm judging him a little bit too.
I accept that. I can understand why people feel that way.
As long as you know, because like
as long as you can accept it.
And I'm a real nigga. I'm a real nigga, and I tell you that to your face, because you my nigga. I'm judging it a little bit.
I accept that. I'm saying when I'm on the bench press and I need them 3 extra reps,
you going to Goomba?
Not really doing it, bro. That Gooba gonna get it done. It's gonna get it done.
This nigga's stupid, bro.
It's gonna get it done,
yo.
We really clowning this episode. All right. Let's get I want to do the serious conversation last, like the Phonte shit. So I want to ask y'all, how do you feel? I'm gonna start with you, Doom. How do you feel about the spending time with your significant other when y'all live together? And I mean like this. Y'all with each other all day, and then you trying to play your game, and your girl comes say, turn that shit off. We ain't spend no time together. Bitch, we live together.
That is the fact. That's always tough too. Because normally when you get that, when they tell you that shit, is to do some shit that they know you don't want to do. You know what I mean? So then you figure that tough decision. Am I gonna give in, or do I want to have the next 3 days be miserable? Because you know it's gonna start that whack ass, especially in quarantine. When niggas get mad and there's nowhere to go, you just stuck being mad. Like
I go get in my car and drive.
That's a fact.
I'm going to the gas station and get something to drink. I just drive.
And you better come back with something for her to drink, bro.
Oh, facts. No, 100%. Bro, at the start of quarantine, I didn't do that. And I got chewed the fuck out. Bro, I swear, if I go to the gas station and I get something, I better have a Snapple Apple, a Cool Blue Gatorade, a Fruit Punch Sunkiss, whatever it may be. I better have one of them fucking drinks with me, or I can't come home.
That argument is going to just escalate. Okay, so you left, bitch, and you ain't give me nothing to drink. Now
my thing is,
now it's World War III.
I think in quarantine, you got to set time. Like, for example, at least with me and my girl, so she know, I'll say like, all right, tonight's date night, or tonight we watching a movie together. If I don't send something like that, then we just cooling. Like, I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing, but I make sure to not have that problem, that I set these specific nights for us to do something. But even then, I still get slack. Like, yo, let's do something. But it's like, yo, I'm trying to play my game. Like, I'm trying to play 2K. I'm in the middle of winning a championship.
This is game 7, and you want to watch a movie right now? Right now,
it's the second quarter. I'm on pace.
And that's
to
the
drop
thing.
a a triple double. I got no turnovers. And you want me to stop? I got no turnovers. Bitch.
It's in the middle of the game 7 when they want to do like. Why you didn't ask me when I was in game 1? Like you waited till the most or like doing with me and you be playing Warzone. Right when a nigga drop, that's when you want to ask. Oh, let's do something. Like, bitch, the game just started.
You know what's crazy, bro? I don't know if y'all fortunate enough to have girls that play video games. But
no, God, no. My girlfriend just plays Sims.
Right. So
he said,
my problem is my girl, she don't understand the concept of I can't pause this online game. Like,
facts.
You know what I mean? So it's like I'm always being an asshole. She like call me to go do something. I'm like, yo, give me a second. And she's like, yo, that was 10 minutes ago. I'm like, yo, this Warzone take a little minute.
This is a 30-minute process.
Yo, it's real. And she don't understand I can't just pause the game and go do some shit.
Because then I'll lose. It's like, look, don't ask. If you see me in the process of doing something, 9 times out of 10, I can't pause it unless I'm playing a story mode and you don't know the difference. So it's like, just wait till I either beat this level, beat this game, or die, and then I'll do whatever the fuck you need me to do. Jesus. Because, bro, and then the thing is, me and my girl, I told her to get Sims for her computer, but she was like, nah, I want to see it on the big screen. So she got Sims for the PlayStation. And that's a whole nother argument, how we got my PlayStation, and then we gotta share a PlayStation. But I'm not gonna even lie, she don't even be doing me like that. But there's some days where she like, no, I'm playing Sims all night, and I'm like,
bro, you should have bought one from the crackhead. You know, Pookie got them PlayStations for like
I should have got
for 25, bro. Come on, dog. Pookie get anything you need.
I think I might get her a Nintendo Switch soon. Because she need her own system. And that way she can have the Switch and play it in her handheld. Don't even have to go on the TV.
if she, anything like my girl, bro, that would be set up for disaster. Because my girl could spend an entire day just building a house. We ain't even get the Sims in the crib yet. They ain't niggas ain't start moving around yet. She ain't get a job yet. The whole day done went by.
Wait, Doom, you are my nigga. I literally sit there and argue. You don't play the damn game. You just design fucking houses. What the fuck are we doing?
Facts, bro.
I'm not playing with y'all, right? I'm not playing with y'all because they gonna come for me, right? Because my people that actually listen to the pod with me, right, on a week-to-week basis, that's what they do, bro. I'm not saying no names.
All women, they don't understand that there's an objective to these fucking games.
Facts.
And they don't do the fucking objective. They just create people in their lives, give them clothes, and design houses. That shit is so frustrating looking at my girl build a fucking house. That's why I go upstairs. I can't watch that shit.
Because like it's wild. I don't know if you ever played The Sims, but it's like night and day how like women play The Sims and how niggas play The Sims.
Yo, but we already.
Nigga, I was getting crazy. I was
a drug dealer.
I was taking a door off that bitch, starting a fire so they couldn't get out and shit. Doing wild shit, bro. That's how I play The Sims. Fuck building this house.
I built a house in like 3 minutes.
Bro, I buy a pre-made. No, not even that. I buy a pre-made house. I'm not
that too.
I'm not sitting here building a fucking house. That's how
that's the best part.
I let my girl play GTA. Her ass took 20 minutes to kill somebody. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I gotta just drive around. I'm like, what the fuck? Women don't play video games the same way as men do. And that's no disrespect to the lady gamers out there, because I know y'all game super, super hard. So I'm not talking about y'all, but just girlfriends who play video games, it's the worst thing to watch. The worst. I can't believe dude just saved my life. Like, I thought that was just me. I hate watching them houses get built, bro.
That shit's whack, bro.
I hate it.
I'd rather watch paint dry.
Yeah.
This is terrible, bro.
Why
do I have to sit here like,
oh shit? I'd rather watch golf.
Like,
yeah, no, bro. I go upstairs. I'm like, I can't watch this shit. And then didn't want to tell you everything they built. And it's like, I'm not trying to look at that fucking shit.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
Yo, I'm getting my ass beat probably after this podcast.
We getting canceled, and you talking mad shit.
You gotta act fake impressed. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
So, I like how you matched the that.
I'm glad you said it, dude. I couldn't say that out
That's
loud, but that's true.
Okay. Then you want to throw a little sauce on it. You should be an interior designer. I like that.
Yo, I was gonna say that earlier, but I was like, you know what? They gonna come for me, bro.
Nah, I'm out it. I can't do that.
I'd be like, damn, bitch, you is Martha Stewart?
Oh,
Bitch,
but I agree.
Shit.
I agree.
Trying to work for Ralph Lauren and shit. I see you, baby.
Doom said,
Go ahead.
Oh, you should be an interior designer. No, nigga, we stupid. Oh, shit. All right, for the last convo we got before we get to the world premiere and Bros Who Ball. And shout out to this week's world premiere is Hastic. He has a new song called Energy. We will get into that after this topic right here. But Phonte posted a question on Twitter. He's questioning, because Joe Rogan got a $100 million deal with podcasts and everything, he believes that artists should start asking, should they get paid for going on podcasts? And look, I'm the first nigga to say, fuck no. If I didn't pay someone like Jason Whitlock, who has 500,000 followers on Twitter, if I didn't pay someone like Joy Taylor, who's on a nationally syndicated television show that has millions of fans, if I didn't pay someone like Chris Broussard, and the list goes on and on, I'm not paying a rapper. I'm sorry. I'm not. I refuse. But I don't charge you. See, there's platforms that charge you to come on their platform. I'm not charging you. The thing is, this is the way I look at podcasts is beneficial for both parties. Right. I introduce you to my fans. You introduce us to your fans, and that's the agreement we have. And I saw Marcel Black, shout out to him, shout out to homie, he came on the pod. He was saying that artists should demand more money for their streams from Spotify, being that Joe Rogan got $1 million deal. But my thing is $100 million deal. But my thing is this: Joe Rogan is bringing over 5 million people a week to listen and watch his podcast on Spotify. You artists are barely bringing in 50,000, like, in your career. So
you literally took the words right out of my mouth. Because that's what I'm about to say.
It's not comparable.
You want to be mad at somebody? Be mad at your damn record label. All right, you broke because of them, not me. Why you mad at me for? What you want my money for?
Like, look, Joe Rogan is doing the damn thing, and I support all of that. But these artists are not getting paid to come on a podcast, dude. Being that I used to be an artist, but you're currently an artist, and you're a producer. You're heavy in this. How do you feel about this whole situation?
Artists definitely not. For sure. No way, no how should they get paid. Like, I feel like, why would you get paid for the opportunity to advertise your music to millions of people? Mm-hmm. Why would I pay you to do that? You know what I mean? Like, that's just backwards to me. Especially, like, somebody like Joe Rogan, absolutely not. Now,
they should pay him.
Right, exactly. Even people like the biggest people in the world, we talking like the Elon Musk of the world. Like, Elon go on Joe Rogan pod, he talk about what new shit Tesla doing, and the stock price go up 10%. You know what I mean? Like, there's even benefits for Elon to sit down and talk with Joe Rogan.
Why would he pay you?
Yeah, why would he pay him?
And why would Spotify upgrade the stream? Like, bro, it's so dumb.
They had a whole update after he signed it. Like, how my phone tell me I got an update right after my boy?
Oh yeah, because you about to
come on, son.
Because you about to be able to watch Joe Rogan pods are being off of YouTube. They go. Spotify is about to have a vodcast, like a video cast on Spotify. That's
gonna be so hard, bro.
That's gonna be lit.
Like, but these rappers is tripping. They just, you know what that is? That's jealous, hating ass.
Yeah, and look, and Phonte said it like, well, they should use their own platforms to start talking. And it's like, y'all could do that, but I guarantee
it won't work.
9 times out of 10, you artists aren't as entertaining as you like to believe. Because I interview a lot of y'all. Some of y'all should work.
Some of these niggas is dry, bro.
But some of y'all are just dry and just make good music. Y'all don't have no personalities. And that's why, if you see, I work with 2 artists that I think aren't like that, Doom and Chrissa. They're the ones that could do that. But for every Doom and Chrissa, there's 17 niggas who can't talk on a microphone.
What's his name? The Vlad TV interviews, bro. I remember when we used to watch those in high school, bro. The reason why I started watching most of them shits is because, most of them rappers, bro, it was like Vlad was like pulling teeth, bro. It was terrible trying to get the niggas to talk.
Trash, bro. Like Migos. Have you ever heard of Migos interview?
Listen.
Why would I want to listen to Migos talk
you
on a
do
podcast?
not want to listen to you don't want to listen to Takeoff, bro. Like, first of all, he is for every Quavo, there's 15 Takeoffs, my nigga.
And that's what I'm saying. And look, I gotta apologize to Lil Wayne because Lil Wayne's show is not a long show. He has a bunch of different guests, and it's more so he is facilitating the guests talking. I think that works for Wayne because Wayne can use his little bit of knowledge and then let the guests mainly dominate the show, and he has good guests. But that doesn't work for everybody. Wayne's a people person, and it's like, you could try doing a podcast, try it, but I guarantee.
Do it, baby. Do your thing.
It's not as easy as it looks to come on here and talk for 2 hours. It's not. Like, we do it, but it's not as easy as it looks, and you got to be entertaining, and it's like, my thing is this. If you want to be a master at something, master one thing first. Master your music first. If you got your music mastered, then let's put. But if you still struggling to get
for heads today,
1,000,
damn,
it's
shit,
shit.
bro.
I'm not paying
that ass up.
bro. I'm not paying nobody to do no interview. I think Phonte saying that started a big conversation. It's like these artists are gonna start doing that, and I think I know he's talking more so to artists of a higher caliber, but I know it's gonna affect the local area in the underground artists.
These niggas is crazy, bro. They where they head at is why they still at the bottom because they crazy, bro. They crazy.
And it's like if my thing is if people with bigger followings get on podcasts for free, and even podcasts that may have less following than them, what's to say about you, my brother? Like, and also another thing. Oh, Doom, go ahead, say what you because this I'm about to transition because I've been meaning to talk about this on a podcast.
Gotcha. Well, I just want to say I don't think these niggas understand how leverage works. You know what I mean? Like.
They don't know what that word means.
Do you not understand that Joe Rogan's pod will go on whether you are on the show or not?
Yeah,
He's still gonna get his 100 million.
Exactly.
Why would you want to be on his shit? Why would he pay you?
He helping you. Like that's what that is. No, I agree. But look, I want to talk about this, and I'm not gonna say no names, but I think as Black people, another thing we struggle with is this crab in the bucket mentality. I think and I'm talking about in the space that we are in, the music, entertainment, podcast, there's a lot of talk about diversity and supporting Black creators. But the funny thing is, Black creators in a position higher than some of the people lower than them never want to help the lower people. And I've experienced that multiple times. That's why you'll never hear me talk shit about Jason Whitlock, because as much as niggas want to call Jason Whitlock a coon, he put his hand out to help the young. He a man of his word. He wants to help Black youth. Yeah, he might say things crazy and say things a certain way, but he still helped. People like Josiah Johnson, people like Eddie Gonzalez, people like Brian Edward Hill, people like Chris Broussard. They're men of their words, but they have people who are in the 10,000 follower range to like 50,000 follower range, and even to the 5,000 that will stun on you because you have less views than them, but preach, quote unquote, and tweet about, oh, we support Black creators. We want to uplift Black creators. But it's like, y'all say that in public, but y'all doing something totally different in the DMs.
Right.
Totally different. And I just didn't know if y'all noticed that, if that's just me, because I'm out here talking. I don't know if that's a universal thing we see, but I feel like it's a crab in the bucket mentality where they don't want to pull up someone that is maybe threatening to their position.
I don't want to say no names too, but there's an interview that I have been chasing for a long time. And if he hit me up today, I'm going to tell him to kiss my ass.
Same.
If he hit me up today, I'm telling him to kiss my ass.
Same, bro, because it's like when you have maybe 8,000 followers, and I was a legitimate fan of yours, and it's like, I just want to have a conversation, and then the thing is, you'll say, yeah, and then string you along for months, string you along, and then just be like, never respond and ghost you. That's so disrespectful as a content creator. You could at least have the decency to tell me no.
Right, or I'm busy or something.
Or be upfront with it, but then go tweet after, I'm all about Black creators, Black love. Being in the music business, do you see any of this?
Yeah, but I mean, I think that's just something with Black creators, period. Like, I feel like, especially in the space that we in, people feel like there's like this scarcity situation where if the next nigga eat, that means it's taking something away from me.
From my plate.
You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's honestly not the case, because I feel like all it really takes is a few of us to get to that Joe Budden, Joe Rogan level, and then we all start helping each other out. Now
Exactly.
we running the whole content space.
I agree
You
with
know
that.
what I mean? Whether it's music, podcasts, all that shit. Because if we don't keep it a bean, there's a lot of people that are getting like Spotify deals. They teaming up with Apple and all this shit.
HBO,
That
because this is the
bro,
Wild Wild West.
I-
These companies need content.
right, and I'm saying there's a lot of black creators that are far more deserving than the people that are in those positions, but they got there because those people, they help each other out. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I mean?
networking. It's not about what you know. It's about who you know.
Exactly.
It's
Especially like when you network, like let's say somebody was to put us on to something that kind of gave us a little boost. I know, I mean, I'm pretty sure I speak for all of us. We would feel that like, all right, they looked out for me. Now that I leveled up a little bit, I got to return the favor. Now you winning.
Right.
You know what I mean? Everybody winning.
shit,
And
Doom. Before you was in this,
way,
not to even cut you off, because I agree with you 2,000%. Before you was on the pod, you could testify to how we move. Anytime Krista got a song, I'm retweeting it. Anytime you got a song, I'm retweeting it. Anytime anybody else who was on this pod that was a guest, I'm retweeting your music, because I respect that you helped me along the way. And now that I'm a little bit further along in my career, I'm going to help you. It don't matter. It's like, and like I told, and B, you know this from personal experience. Even if you leave, I'm still going to try to fuck with you and help you out no matter what. Because it's like, you accomplish more as a group. You accomplish more with sugar than shit. And it's like, bro, we can all help each other out and get to our dreams. And it's like, it's possible. It's I hate that this, and I know niggas might say, oh, well, Lynn, you don't do this. It's like, well, bro, look, if you got any advice, I will answer it. But it's like,
Right.
certain things I can't do for you. You got to do them yourself. But I will definitely help you as much as I can.
And that's a great point, because I was talking to two of my friends in New York, right? They both rap. One of them, he's like, he does everything in-house. Like he'll have his little brother is an engineer. One of our best friends is a producer. If he want me to, host it or something like that, I'll do that, and he'll do the whole project by himself. I got another friend who feels like he can't do it with us. He got to do it on his own. They've both been rapping since 2012. This is where they at.
The same place when they should
No
work
progress.
together.
No progress, bro. They got no collabs, nothing. Both of they shit like this, and I'm like, bro, y'all realize that if I have this conversation with y'all one more time, I'm not retweeting nothing. I'm not liking nothing. Don't ask me to host nothing, bro, because y'all competing with yourselves, and that makes no sense, because y'all supposed to be taking each other up. Like whatever you can't do that he can do, y'all should be able to cross paths and take y'all both of your followers and.
Me and Krista talk about this all the time. I want Krista to blow up, because if Krista blow up, that helps all of us. I want Doom to blow up, because that helps us. If Brooklyn blows up, I want that to happen.
And I've been meaning to tell Doom, because I seen his link on his Twitter, and I've been listening to his beats, and I'm like, yo, this bro is fucking nice, bro. That's what I'm saying. And I'm like, these niggas, like, they don't understand, bro. Like, I'm like, bro, if you're not helping each other out, then what are you doing? What are you doing?
Exactly.
And don't tell me that you a creator, you trying to link with creators, you trying to collab with creators. You're lying, bro.
Yeah, you just lying on the internet. And I can't speak for white creators, because honestly, if I'm being honest, every time I asked a white person for an interview, they either told me no or they said yes. It was never no stringing along or none of that.
It wasn't nothing in between.
No, and that's something that black creators do. They try to be like, oh yeah, they check out your following, and if it's not up to their standards, it's like, oh, maybe, and then like.
Or they'd be like, oh, I'll see. Yeah, let me check the shit out.
It's ridiculous. It's like, like I said, if Jason Whitlock, if Chris Broussard, if some of the biggest people in media and entertainment can do it, what's stopping you besides just either A, you're threatened by us and you don't want to see us get to the point because you're threatened with your spot, or B, you just a fuck nigga. Like I don't know, because it's like, I get if you don't have time for it.
It's mostly the second one.
Facts.
Like
it's always a pride thing, bro. It's like when somebody see you doing something. I don't even think most of the time it's about like, oh, this nigga don't have enough followers or his shit not going crazy enough. I think it's more so of, damn, I like what this nigga doing so much. I can't let my pride admit that I'm a fan.
And I don't want my fans to see it.
Yeah,
that's a fact, bro.
They don't like, because they look at somebody who's not Joe Rogan and be like, oh, this nigga just like me. They don't allow themselves to be a fan of somebody that's just like them. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem within our community with this content shit.
That's a fact.
You can't have that mentality if you want to progress somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
No, look, you said that beautifully. I agree with everything we said. Anybody got any other final thoughts on anything real quick?
I think I just want to just to put this out there. I'm saying I ain't trying to gas nobody or nothing, but I really do think that a lot of dudes are intimidated by Lynn's consistency.
Oh, that's a fact.
And that's why the crab in the barrel thing, and they just like, he just like me. They don't want to admit that they're like, damn, this nigga Lynn is really doing this shit, and he is consistent at putting out content. He is growing his brand, and look at me, still the same nigga not doing nothing.
Facts. That's really it.
And that's really why some of these dudes be hating, bro.
Facts. You can ask Chris. Me and this nigga had this conversation at least 2 or 3 times now, where we'll be talking, and I'll be like, bro, how does this nigga Lyndon do it, bro? Like this nigga, he like you said, he consistent. This shit gonna drop every week, regardless of what happens. And people not realizing, bro, gotta stay up on everything anime. Bro gotta stay up on everything sports. Bro gotta stay up on everything movies. Bro gotta stay up on everything in the culture. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, bro, I don't even have time to watch my Netflix show.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm mad far behind on my Netflix show.
Yes. Like, how is he keeping up with everything? Bro know about it all. You know what I'm saying? And people real life intimidated about that. Because like you said, you know how many niggas sitting at their crib like, oh, I'm going to start a podcast. I'll be dope at that.
You know how many times I hear that?
And realize it's hours of editing that they never thought about.
That's bro, I swear, the editing is what kills me the most. That's the worst part.
And niggas don't see that side of it when they thinking they about to get into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then they see somebody who's doing what they think is too hard, and they get intimidated by that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they start hating. They're like, damn, I want to do that shit, and I can't. So fuck this nigga for doing it. You know what I mean? Which is the wrong mentality. Like, that's fucked up. Why not go and be like, yo, I really want to do what you doing. I like what you doing. Let me be involved some way so I can maybe learn some shit to be able to do what you doing. Now we all eating, you know what I'm saying? But niggas don't think like that. I don't get that.
I appreciate y'all for those kind words, because we just working, man. Like, and that's the thing. Like, and my advice to everybody out here in the content game, if y'all want to work with us, just hit us up. Email us. BrosWhoThink@outlook.com.
We let you know how to hit us up every time. Like,
every week.
I will respond. My DMs, I'm not one of those people with 30 unread DMs.
No, bro.
I promise you. You send it, I'm answering.
The day you send it, you get an answer from me. If not that day, the next day. Shit. Because it's just like, and I just want to say, it's like, you could accomplish your goals, and it's just like, there's enough out there for all of us to eat. And it's like, we can support each other. We can lift each other up. And I just wanted to say that that's just something I'm tired of seeing hypocritical in this entertainment space of Black people. And that's all I really got. But Brooklyn, tell the people they can find you on social media.
You can find me at all social medias. Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Where Brooklyn At. My Facebook, long story. But you can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Where Brooklyn At. That's Brooklyn with a Q, not a K, baby. That's for marketing purposes.
Because we are not trying to get sued. We are not trying to get sued. Doom, tell the people where they can find you at on social media.
At Lil Doom SJ on Instagram and Twitter.
100%. Y'all make sure y'all go follow my brothers, man. And be sure to check out Doom's music, man, on SoundCloud. Lil Doom SJE. He got some fire. Some fire. But with that being said, it's time to get into this week's world premiere from Hastic. The song is called Energy. And right after that, we'll get into Bros Who Ball. But with that being said, let's get into Energy right now.
This is a world premiere. premiere. World premiere.
Shout out to the guy Hastic. His new song
Let it
Energy.
go.
You already know my
Gotta
name.
forget about revenge.
Young boy
What?
D-Wits.
Believe me.
I can't
in this
talk over
work,
the
I've met
Kakashi.
a lot of guys who feel the way you do. Trust me, for those who follow the path of revenge, it never ends well.
Never ends.
You'll only tear yourself apart.
Tell him,
And
Kakashi.
even if you succeed and you get your revenge, what
This
will you have
is
then?
A
Nothing.
Bros Who Think exclusive.
Shut up! What makes you think you know anything about it? It's easy for you to talk. You have no idea.
Easy. Just try to calm
Let's
down.
go.
Energy, I'm giving nothing my energy. My boy rebel Hennessy, perk me up, tardy. If she give me friends, she the smartest. Real one consider your artists. And we know, we putting it out on the target. Look, energy, I'm giving nothing my energy. Nah, my boy rebel Hennessy, perk me up, tardy. She give me friends, she the smartest. Real one consider your artists. Yeah, we know, we putting it out on the target. Yeah. Get you ready. Red 2, fuck it up. Talk to me next, I'm coming up all in the code of the game, I'll run it up. Execute, I'm doing nothing but execute. Lois and Johnny, she execute. You waiting in line while they let us through. Yeah, I'm on that new shit. You on that new hit. We don't know, yeah, we don't know. In backwards, we keep it low. Cause they always gonna be watching. And I don't want any problems, yeah. But you know that I'ma solve it. Look, energy, I'm giving nothing but energy. Now I can show you what touch should be. I give it to you, you should remember me. They don't wanna be the enemy. I call them and say what it better be. I'm teaching the boss in this bitch. I buy some sauce on the whip. Energy, monster, kaiju. Shaking me dome, IQ. Spike drink, high Q. Niggas surprised by I know. Bodies, homies, doing it live for profit. Dead to upload. They love the murderous content. God, that's what they call in the area. I got a Uzi, all of my friends are dead. It's all for the views, but we ain't on news, we see and pretend, yeah. I gotta convince myself this is really just for the bands. Energy, I'm getting none of my energy. My boy rebel Hennessy, perk me up, tardy. If she give me friends, she the smartest. Real one consider your artists. And we know, we putting it out on the target. Look, energy, I'm giving nothing my energy. Nah, my boy rebel Hennessy, perk me up, tardy. She give me friends, she the smartest. Real one consider your artists.
This is the Bros Who Think Network, bitches.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It is time for Bros Who Ball. Want to thank Hastic again for premiering his song on the show, his new song, Energy. It's only on the Bros Who Think podcast right now, and we will let you know when Hastic releases. But that was a super dope world premiere. Joining me, as always, to my left, Mr. Adam Schubert, and below, joining us back again, Mr. Justin Baptiste. I'll start off with you, Shuby. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right. You know, it's just another week in no sports, just trying to make it through. I watched that Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson nonsense.
You actually
Not the
watched
whole
that?
thing,
Oh, I was about to
but
say.
I watched like a few holes because I was like interested to see what the whole spectacle was about.
Didn't Tiger win? And Tiger and Peyton?
Was there supposed to be a winner? I don't know. I mean, I saw Tom Brady hit that one shot.
Oh, yeah, Tom Brady was trash, I heard.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, he should be trash because he shouldn't be having lots of reps.
True. Yeah, no, because he's always playing football. You're absolutely right. But joining us also this week, Mr. Justin Baptiste. Justin, how are you doing, brother? In darkness over there at your house?
I've been good. Like Schubert said, another week with no sports. I've just been watching old games right now. Well, I watched earlier Kobe's 60-point game.
Ooh.
Watching some Warriors games. So, you know, a couple of old games too.
Just getting in your vibe. I feel you.
After some old Lakers games, catching up on history.
See, I watched some Magic games as well as some old Kobe Shaq games. Them old Kobe Shaq versus the Sacramento Kings with like Mike Bibby, Jason Williams. That was some good games.
Yeah, those are the best. Those are some of the best games.
Low key, one of my favorite teams from the early 2000s, late 90s is that Sacramento Chris Webber, Doug Christie, Brad Miller, Peja Stoyankovich, Mike Bibby, and Jason Williams team. I love that team, man.
Yeah, they were deep. It's just that they ran into those teams that just
They ran into the Lakers.
Oh man,
They couldn't have anybody. Chris Webber did not become the star that everybody intended him to be coming out of Michigan.
it's just that Shaq was just so dominant though, man.
True. What you said?
Am I wrong? But was there like a really great series between them in like 2000 or 2001?
No, that's what we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Because that was one of my first ever NBA memories.
Same. No,
and it's so crazy to me now that the Sacramento Kings are nothing.
Because I used to like me being young, like you said, one of my first
memories. I like their colors.
That's what I was about to say. I like the purple and black. It was dope. And that was one of my first basketball memories. My other one is them playing Reggie Miller in the Pacers, I believe in the finals. Their first finals they won.
Yeah, that was Reggie Miller was getting a little bit older.
Yep, and they had Jalen Rose and
Rose.
Who else was on that team? I'm trying to think. But yeah, it was definitely that team.
The first finals that I remember, like, you know, the spectacle of the finals that I had to pay attention to was, I think, Pistons Lakers.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was also a good series.
Now that was when I was cognizant. That was like, okay,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like I know what's going on with basketball. I'm pulling for the Lakers, and that was my first heartbreak watching Chauncey Billups and Rip Hamilton beat him. And my pops was like, "Yes, fuck Kobe and Shaq," and I'm like, "You little
that was such a good team, though. That Pistons team, it was so well rounded.
They were
guard defense.
I mean, the Pistons are low key one of the best basketball franchises in all the NBA.
Oh yeah, definitely. But
it's just the past 10 years they've been.
Yeah,
look at the team that you're wearing their jersey and tell me about their past 10 years.
Hey, bro, I'm talking about D Rose, baby. D Rose was the last great for them.
The Pistons got a title before the Bulls did.
True. I ain't mad at that. But let's talk about the NBA coming back, about the possibilities. I want to ask y'all what y'all think. One of the possibilities I heard is this World Cup multiple like group game thing, and then the people who went out of the group stage goes on to the tournament, which ends up being the playoffs. The group stage game works is to get them to 70 so they can get to their network contracts. Another thing I heard was from Mark Cuban saying just the top 24 teams and put them in a tournament. No matter the conference, just the top 24 teams. That would mean the Pelicans are in the playoffs in both scenarios.
That's too many teams.
How do you feel about this? Schubert, we'll start with you, then we go to Justin.
Well, my main thing is that from what I'm hearing from my friend who knows the strength coach at one of the NBA teams, is they're not talking about meeting up to come back. I mean, they're talking about next season. So I don't know if it's a done deal or if this is just like the media trying to blow smoke up the fans, but to, get them excited about basketball. But for me, I feel like they just need to do 16, either just do it the way that you're supposed to do it with the teams that were already get set to make it. We're just taking too much time here because at the end of the day, when it hits September, I don't want to be watching basketball. I'm done.
Well, I'm not going to be mad at it either way. My thing is, if you get the top 24 teams, put them in a tournament, that's going to be so much fun. First round, you may get Bucks versus the Trailblazers. You may get the Celtics versus the Pelicans. It'll be some crazy matchups we've never seen, and that's something I'm looking forward to. Justin, how do you feel about all this?
Honestly, I want to see something. I want to see basketball back. I'll be honest, and I'm down to see something different. Forever we've always seen, 16 teams in, the normal bracket. It's different times and things are different. So I want to see something different. I wouldn't mind seeing 24 teams. Like, let's see something different. Why not?
And then if it works, you can keep the format.
Like forever, people have been talking about, changing the format. This is the time to try something new. So I think why not try something new right now? I mean, it's kind of like it's still unsafe, but everyone's bringing back sports.
Soccer, the NHL say they're coming back.
Yeah, right. Everything's coming back. So I mean, it's at a time where bring back. You have to put something on TV.
Yeah, and you gotta fulfill these You gotta fulfill these TV contracts because if not, then next season the cap's gonna drop dramatically.
Right. Players want to play. People already watch basketball. So let's have a different format and get it rolling.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Schubert, how do you feel about what we just said, and then hockey coming back?
I mean, hockey coming back, they're going to do the 24 team thing. Their sport's just so on nail biting for who makes it to the gap between the 5th best team and the 10th best team is like a game.
See,
So, I mean, I can understand why they have to do that, but I mean, like, we're talking about the 26th and the 25th team in the NBA competing. Like, I don't.
It's all West. It's mostly West. But see, without that, the Pelicans might not be in the playoffs. And Adam Silver's trying to get Zion in the playoffs.
I understand that. I think that if they want to do this this group stage thing and have that be the way that you get these teams in there, that I'd be more into that.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
It's just a special circumstance kind of thing.
Because imagine
I just have a hard time thinking that you're gonna do a finals or a crown a champion without doing a 7-game series or something.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, so the thing is, if they do, no matter if it's the 24 or the group stage, I think they're gonna. Well, no, I think this is more so with the group stage thing. They're gonna give the top 8 seeds a bye, and then they're gonna do 9 through the rest that'll be in the group stage. They'll play in the group stages, and then the winners of those go and match up with the top 8, and then you do the 7-game series.
We need something different. I want to see something different.
I'm cool with, because imagine if a group stage is the Pelicans, the Celtics, the Grizzlies, and like the Bucks. Who comes out of that?
And the Pelicans, they can definitely upset somebody.
That's what I'm saying. Like this.
They have the team to upset somebody. I really feel like this team.
I am hyped, man. If the Pelicans make it in, I think we at least win it around.
Definitely a possibility.
It depends on the format.
Definitely depends on the format.
I mean, if you got a group of 5 and 2 make it, I don't know the Pelicans. It just depends.
It depends on who's in the group,
on how you get seeded. Like,
as long as my thing
if
is,
it's like,
as long as the Pelicans don't have to play the Lakers, the
Mavericks.
Clippers. See, I'm okay as long as the Pelicans don't have to play Lakers, Clippers, Bucks. If it's not those 3 teams, I think they could win.
Yeah.
Like, I think they could beat. I think they could beat the Rockets. I think they could beat OKC, because it just depends, man. Like, it's not a 7-game series. It might be like 2 games.
Yeah, and the group stage it would be 2 games
per team. So that's what I'm saying. I think the Pelicans can get 2 of them games depending on who's in their group. But we will keep you guys up to date. Let's get to our NBA redraft. This week we're redrafting the 2016 draft. Schubert has the first pick. Justin has the second pick, and I have the third. So, Schubert, start us off. This is the Ben Simmons draft. Are you keeping Ben Simmons at 1?
Well, the difficulty here is that I hate Ben Simmons.
So I guess.
I mean, I don't, and I wouldn't want him on my team.
So what you gonna do for Philly to pair with Joel Embiid?
I mean, I guess you would take the All-Star, and you would take Brandon Ingram. I mean, who else is an All-Star?
Simmons is an All-Star.
But I'm not taking Simmons.
Oh, Pascal Siakam's an All-Star. You gonna beat Brandon Ingram? That's not bad, because Brandon Ingram as a scorer with Joel Embiid might work a little better than Ben Simmons.
And then at this time, they wouldn't have to do the Jimmy Butler thing. They could have maybe make a different move.
Get a point guard.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not mad at it. So, all right, Brandon Ingram, number 1. All right, Justin, for you, the Los Angeles Lakers, who you going with for number 2?
Siakam.
Over Ben Simmons?
Yes.
Siakam, why?
Siakam. Why not? This guy is he's a freak of nature. I mean, Ben Simmons is good too, but
let me pose a question. Does Siakam because we saw the development of Brandon Ingram get stunted in Los Angeles. Does Siakam become the Siakam we know with that terrible youth development in the Lakers organization?
I want to say yes.
Okay.
I want to doubt him, so I'm just keep it safe. I'll just stay on the safe side and say yes. But the way Siakam has grown in the NBA is tremendous. He's a talented player, and he could play. So right now, I'll pick him over Ben Simmons.
Crazy. 2 upset picks. Brandon Ingram goes 1. Pascal
Just mad
Siakam.
that- I'm sorry. I'm just mad that Ben Simmons still does not have a jump shot.
I get it. I'm not mad at that.
Movement, man. He just hasn't improved. But from like shooting wise, he's a good player. He just needs to develop a better jump shot.
All right. Well, for me with number 3, Boston Celtics on the clock, I'm going to take Ben Simmons because Ben Simmons, you don't see a talent like him come around every so often. And then if you get him in Boston, you don't have to get a player like Kyrie. You can build a different team with Ben Simmons, Jason Tatum, Al Horford. That team would be very fun to watch. I think that team would be a winning team, and I'm very interested in that. I'm going Ben Simmons at number 3. All right, Schubert, who you got? Number 4, you're on the clock with the Phoenix Suns.
What trash pick did the Suns make this time?
Dragon Bender.
Oh, my God. What were they thinking?
Clowning.
Anyway, I'm looking at their team. They could literally use anybody but shooting guard, which makes it difficult because the best player available is a shooting guard. So I think I'm going to go with Malcolm Brogdon.
What? Okay. I ain't mad at that. Put Brogdon up there with Devin Booker. Now you have a point guard finally that this team needs. I'm not mad at that pick. All right, Malcolm Brogdon. And he's a solid player. We saw him in the Bucks. He's the reason why the Pacers were making it into the playoffs without Victor Oladipo. It was really Brogdon and Sabonis who carried the load. I'm not mad at that pick. All right, Justin, you're on the clock. Minnesota Timberwolves, pick number 5. They chose Chris Dunn. Are you sticking with it?
No, sir. I'm going with Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray. All right. Yeah. Jacking my pick, but I ain't mad at it.
I had to.
Jamal Murray's a solid point guard, a shooter. He would pair well with Karl Anthony Towns. That way now they might not have to get D'Angelo Russell, or they can get D'Angelo and run up Jamal Murray, D'Angelo Russell backcourt. So either way, it works out. All right, I'm on the clock with the Pelicans. The Pelicans took Buddy Hield at this point. I was going to take Jamal Murray, but because he's gone, I think I'm going to take the best player available, which is Jaylen Brown. And having Jaylen Brown on the Pelicans with a small forward, and you have Jaylen Brown, Anthony Davis, and Drew Holiday, super solid. And if you do trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers, who has Pascal Siakam, we can maybe get Pascal Siakam, Lonzo Ball to pair with Jaylen Brown and Zion and have a crazy team. But I'm going Jaylen Brown for the Pelicans at number 6. All right, Schubert, it's back to you. Denver Nuggets, pick number 7.
They got Murray here. I'm going to go with a point guard that has really kind of made a name for himself now that he has the ring and their team is still good, Fred VanVleet.
Ooh, solid. Okay, I like this pick. I thought you were going to go with your boy Ron Baker.
Ron Baker. Oh, my God.
That was a joke. All right, I'm not mad at it. Fred VanVleet, undrafted, probably the best undrafted player in this draft. I'm trying to see, because this is the one with Daniel House, Derrick Jones Jr., Alex Caruso, Ryan Archie, De'Aaron Cano, Ron Baker. So I like that pick of Fred VanVleet. Super solid for the Denver Nuggets. All right, Justin, you are on the clock with the Sacramento Kings.
I'm going to go with Sabonis.
God, Justin, bro, stop taking my fucking picks before you pick, bro. Jesus. All right, Sabonis. I'm not mad at that. Sabonis is a great player.
He is. Real good player.
But man, I don't want him to go to Sacramento. Sacramento is just
they need something, man.
They do.
Oh, they always need something.
Yeah, they definitely do. All right, well, pick number 9 is me, the Toronto Raptors. They chose Jakob Poeltl, but I'm not taking Poeltl. I'm going to give them a guard that I think could really add some scoring and really go well with a Kawhi Leonard. And I think paired with these two, maybe Kawhi stays. I'm going Karis LeVert. Karis LeVert from the Nets. I think he's probably the best player available on the board at the time with my boy Sabonis gone, Brogdon gone, and VanVleet. I'm going Karis LeVert for the Toronto Raptors. All right, Schubert, you're on the clock. Milwaukee Bucks.
Milwaukee Bucks, they took Thon Maker and Malcolm Brogdon in this draft, so I could match up with the Malcolm Brogdon pick here and give them another shooting guard or another guard in general. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna give them Buddy Hield.
Ooh, I forgot Buddy was still on the board. All right, solid. I'm not mad at that. Buddy's been balling. All right, Justin, you are on the clock with the Orlando Magic.
Okay. I think I'm going to go with Malik Beasley from Florida State.
Thank God, because they don't need another power forward center type play. They need Malik Beasley.
He's been pretty good for the Nuggets.
Yeah, he has. He's underperformed. People thought he was going to grow into maybe being a starter. He's been trapped in that role player vibe, but he works well with Orlando, and I'm not mad at that. All right, Utah, they trade this pick to Atlanta Hawks, so I'm picking for the Atlanta Hawks. Actually, if I'm being honest, I think Atlanta made the right pick here with Taurean Prince, so I'm going Taurean Prince.
Yeah, that was a name that I was thinking about picking.
Yeah, I think they actually went with the right person there. So there's only like a couple other guys that I see that I would maybe, pick over him, but I think they're better suited for other teams. And with that being said, I think you might have to make this pick next with the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento Kings. The thing about them is that they were pretty stacked at point guard at the time, and that kind of takes away from who I would have wanted to take. No shooting guards. Tyreek Evans. DeMarcus Cousins. They picked up Scal in this draft at some point.
Yeah. And they took Buddy. They need a shooting guard.
They really do. How about not a lot of options here.
Ron Baker.
No, dude, no. Dude, those are all point guards.
Dorian Finney-Smith.
Oh no.
Oh, I see a guy. He's not a point guard. He's a shooting guard for San Antonio. Don't be confused by the point guard.
Oh, really? I thought he was a point guard.
And I'm not talking about DeJounte Murray.
Oh. Oh man.
I'm talking about Bryn Forbes.
Bryn Forbes is in this draft?
Yeah, he went undrafted.
Oh man, well he's a pretty solid player. How's he not even on
Jake
this redraft?
Layman.
Jake Layman, oh god. Jake Layman.
Or Patrick McCaw. I'm giving you all the shooting guards.
Patrick McCaw was the name that I was thinking of.
I like Bryn Forbes more than Patrick McCaw, me personally.
That's what I'm saying. I'm wondering why Bryn Forbes didn't make it onto the redrafts that I'm seeing, because Bryn Forbes is a solid player.
Yeah, solid. I mean,
he went to Michigan State.
We're picking role players at this point, so I mean, shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so you're going Bryn Forbes? All right, cool. Yeah. Bryn Forbes to the Sacramento Kings at pick 13. All right, Justin, you got the Chicago Bulls at pick 14.
DeJounte Murray.
Solid. That's you
gotta go with him.
Yeah, that's the best player available.
Too.
I have the last pick with the Denver Nuggets. They took Juan Hernan Gomez. They took a small forward, power forward type guy. DeAndre Bembry's still available, but he's not that, he's not that great. Zubac is still available, who I do like. McCall, like we said, but I don't really like McCall that much. Bro, I think I'm gonna go.
Thonmaker's still there.
Huh?
Thonmaker's still inside there, still in the draft.
I don't like Thonmaker, bro.
Probably the best guy available.
I don't think so. I think it's someone else, me personally. I think I'm gonna go with I think I'm going Jake Layman. Jake Layman has shown that he's a solid role player. He can knock down the three ball. You add shooting to that Rockets team, which needs shooting, and he's a quality role player. because they ended up taking someone undrafted from this draft anyway with Daniel House. And I think Layman's more of a contributor than House. So I'm going Jake Layman for the actually, no, I lie. I'm changing that. I'm going Denzel Valentine for the Houston Rockets. Yeah, so my pick is Denzel Valentine. Oh, actually, he's going to the Nuggets, but still, Denzel Valentine, the final pick. Yeah, I'm going with the Michigan State guy. Sorry, Jake Layman, you almost got chosen. But I guess that's it, man. Yeah, that's a draft shooter. Unless you want to do pick 16 for Boston.
Yeah, I mean, I was probably gonna pick Thon Maker or Zubac.
So yeah, I would go Zubac, me personally, over Thon. Thon hasn't proven himself in the league, man.
Yeah, he's been up and down.
And I've been wanting him to succeed because he played for Country Day in Louisiana.
Sure did.
Yeah, Justin, you remember that?
I seen that dude, man. I was like, who is this guy? Just a tall, skinny.
He was so young too. That's the thing.
So young, man. Like he walked in the gym, everyone was just like looking at him, like,
who is this guy? Yeah, and he balled. Like he was at the Sunkist shootout. I think.
Well, who did he play? If he played for Country Day, what little 5'9" white boys was he playing against?
Oh, like he was playing against he played against a bunch of 5A teams.
When I seen him, he didn't even play at the Sunkist tournament the year that I was playing. I want to see him play, but I don't know. He was just sitting out. Maybe that was his first year there.
Yeah, I think that was, because that was the year Ricardo Gathers was there, huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another animal.
Me and Justin played against some ballers. Ricardo probably should have stayed in the NBA instead of going to the NFL because the Cowboys not really working for Ricardo.
Yeah, he used to just dunk on everybody in high school. He
was big.
Of course.
And I had to guard Ricardo Gathers. Now imagine that 6'9" Ricardo Gathers going up against Lyndon at 6 foot. That's how you know I was a fucking baller. That's how you know. Shit.
What was the stat line?
Is that line? AAU? All right, because I'm not talking about school league, because school league, it was just me and JJ versus the world. But in AAU, I held his ass to a solid 12 points and 10 rebounds.
Oh, just a double-double.
A small double-double? Shoot, this dude averaged 20-something points.
In the first quarter or throughout the whole game?
The whole game, Justin. Whole motherfucking game, nigga. Don't come for my stat lines. Shit. I was a baller. I could beat your ass in a one-on-one. I laugh, nigga. It's true. You can't handle this in the paint. I'll back your ass down and hit you with the Dirk fadeaway.
Lennon, I'm down to play one-on-one.
Oh, we can record it too. Schubert can come and record. That'd be content.
Hey, whenever.
All right, real shit. Everybody who's watching this, let us know in the YouTube comments. Let us know, tweet at us who you think would win, Justin or myself. I was a hooper. Certified. Justin was all right.
Like I said,
last time Lyndon touched a basketball was probably years, and Justin probably touched one last week.
False. I played basketball. False. I played basketball 2 months ago. 2 months ago. All I need, real shit, all I need is 2 weeks to get my body right and get back in the vibes, and I'll whoop Justin ass on week 3. Give me 2 weeks.
Just a small training camp.
Just a small training camp, just to get me right. Just to get me back in my vibe.
I'll train you, all right?
Perfect form.
I'll train you and then beat you, all right?
I'm not training with you. What's wrong with you? I'm training by myself. Perfect form. My jumper was way better than yours, Justin, with your left-handed shot.
This guy's going crazy right now.
Shout out to Tyler Chasson. He remember our battles in the low post. T remember we used to battle. It was a battle down there.
It was a big man battle. True facts.
Hell yeah, but that's all the time we got today. We was just shooting the shit, doing our redraft. Justin, tell the people they can find you out on social media.
Yeah, you guys can find me. My handle name is Justin Baptiste 22. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. Also, I write for TraysandLays.com, hoop site. So follow that, check that out. New content's on the way. So be on the lookout.
Yeah, man. If y'all want to know what's gonna be going on for the NBA draft, Justin has y'all covered. He's done articles on all the players. I read them, so be sure.
Whenever it happens.
Trays and Lays. All right, Schubert, tell the people they can find you on social media.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at aschubert14, and you can listen to the Bros Who Binge podcast. Last week we reviewed Capone, some episodes of Avatar, The Last Airbender.
We talked about the Snyder Cut.
Oh yeah, the Snyder Cut. Did you see the new picture on Twitter that he posted?
No, I don't look at Zack Snyder's pics.
Well, he was like, because today was like the release of HBO Max. He was like coming soon to HBO Max, and it was a picture of Darkseid and all that
bullshit. But Henry Cavill is coming back as Superman. That was announced today, so we'll talk about that next week. But you can follow me at LynBWT. Follow Bros Who Think at Bros Who Think. Be sure to check out the most recent episode of #Anime Talk, which by the time you guys hear this is out now. Be sure to check out Bros Who Binge, like Schubert said. Be sure to check out Justin's blog, tradesandlays.com. But yeah, man, thank you guys for everybody who listened. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave us a comment, a like, a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And remember to subscribe to YouTube. We really, really appreciate it. We're not asking you guys to pay us for some Patreon. We're not at that point yet. All we want from you guys is to subscribe, and that would really make our day. But for Justin, for Schubert, for Brooklyn, for Doom, my name is Lyndon. You guys have an amazing weekend. Stay safe because Corona is still out there. But we'll talk to you guys next Thursday. Until then, peace.